in Realm of the Mad God. So right now I'm just looking for my fancy pet. Here we go. This is my best pet. It's a rare elf humanoid, heal magic heal. He's getting up there, but I don't have the stuff to get him to legendary anytime soon. I'm gonna tweak the volume on this really quick before I get too far. Let me get this volume setting up just a moment. Just gonna turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna turn off Spotify too. All right, here we go. So I'm doing a brand new PPE experience. So let's see how I do. I'm gonna tweak the levels here. That should be better. Yeah, that should be better. Okay. All right. So when you play PPE in Realm of the Mad God, what it basically means is that you are not trading with other people. So anything that you get has to be stuff that you earned. Level 2. I have never played a bard before, so I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. And I've hardly played on Exalt either. So the loot, a magical loot that inspires allies within 4.5 squares, inspire for 3 seconds, range multiplier increase. That's interesting. All right. Oh, and he wears a robe? Oh, that's really weird. He has a bow and he wears a robe. I don't know what to think about that. All right, let's see that little inspire. That's oh, right click now? Okay. Seems like a pretty situational hero. If that's just inspire. Is it shooting out of my view distance? I don't know how far exactly it's going. For a bow. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. I see what's going on. I'd like to get something I can use. I'll take it. Not great, but I'll take it. Let's okay, let's get a little further in there. Ignore these little quests. Take this road up, see where I get. Give me something I can use. Gosh darn it. Can't use any of that. Okay, so apparently these undead goblin mages are actually responsible for killing some of the most people in the game. Not literally the most, but close. And I think it's because they do armor break, so I'm going to give them a little clearance. Just keep going up with the road. Turn this down a little more. Okay. We'll just go straight in. Gosh darn it, give me something I can use. Oh, I can use that. All right. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I've already got that. All right, let's. Whoa, did that just give me a little preview? That's so cool. You can see a preview of what's in the bag. All right, let's keep going. I don't really want to teleport to a level 20 right now. I'd like to do this PPE in one try. I will take that though. Woo! Can I use that? Nope. At least I don't want to. We will go in here just as soon as I check this, because I'd like to get a better weapon and maybe a better ability. All right. Where's this boss at? Well, I really don't care about the boss because I'm hoping that some of these guys are going to give me what I want. I'll take a tier 2 bow, please. Yes. All right. And now I'll take my loot and maybe a better ring. One can hope. No such luck. All right, let's get the boss. Wow, it's never taken me this long to kill the boss before. This is funny. All right. That's a no, no, no. I'll take these. Why not? Tell you what, it's still too loud for me. Let me turn it down on my end. Oh, I'm not turning down the right thing. There we go. That's better. And I'll turn it up a little bit for you guys. Okay, I think that'll be better, but let me know. Now we are ready to teleport into something. I will take that. Maybe something a little harder than that. Let's go in this way. Nope, you are not what I'm looking for. But let's give it a go. This music is a little different for this game. It feels like so chill. So chill. I don't need either of these. I'll take a tier 5 bow though. Die! Give me something good. Nope. Alright, let's get further in here. You know what? Let's just go. Let's just go. And pray. Okay, so I need to be standing pretty close to my allies to inspire them. Oh, that's like instant death. Instant death waiting for me over there. I don't think I'm doing enough damage to hurt anything. I'll take that. I'll hold on to that. Warning. I'm not loving this like fog of war thing. Not crazy about it. Gosh, my damage is so bad. Oh no! Oh, that was bad. Alright, let's try again. Maybe too greedy there. I wasn't getting anything done in there anyway. Alright, let's go for the pet. Let's see. Where are you, my dear? Here you are. Alright, let's give it another go. Wish me luck. Alright, we're gonna jump a little further in this time. Nope. Too far in, too fast. I was wrong. Alright, we're gonna get this. Starting with a pirate cave would be awesome, though. Alright, here we go. Okay. Get me some loot. I'll take it. You're gonna give loot, aren't you? Yep, but not helpful. You can tell which ones are going to give loot because they take a couple more hits from a weakling like myself. Alright, let's kill all the randos. And get the boss. Stand right in his face so I don't miss so much. Woo, that was hard. Just kidding. Yes. Alright, so that got us somewhere. Definitely got us somewhere. What level are we? 148 hit points. Alright. Take that. Let's hang out with this guy. Ooh, there might be a chest in here. Didn't see one. Alright, let's pop on over here. Ooh, this is Godlands. No. We're gonna get out of there. Oh, this is too easy. It's always too easy. So I am doing a brand new Bard PPE. I've never played a Bard before. Relatively new content, but I've been taking a little break since Exalt came out, so I never got to try it. And I'm starting from the bottom up and having a very weird time with an ability that doesn't increase my damage or my survivability and a robe class archer. It's just strange. I'm being a little impatient here. I already died once. What's that? We'll take it. Awesome. I hate not being able to do freaking damage. I hate that that thing almost killed me. Let's see. What's going on over here? Yeah. Doing like no damage at all. Man, nothing. Well, it's slow going, but it's gonna pay off. Hey! Alright, that's something. We're getting there. What do I want now? I have not seen one loot this entire time, but I also haven't seen a death or a health ring. Let's see, will you give me something? I have no idea what these swarms give. Oh, there might be another ant. That'd be good. Looking like no. Gosh, this fog of war is so weird. I really don't like it. Die! Nothing. Great. Alright. Where do I want to go? Let's see what's going on with this guy. Demigod lands. I'll take it. Oh, there's definitely something in there. Tier 2 loot. Oh! Oh! So lucky. Alright. Let's see if I can clear this out. Got it. Sweet. Oh man. Alright. So let's just kill some stuff. See where it gets us. If I can survive in here correctly, there should be tier 5, tier 6 loot, so. Yeah. Alright. Stick to the road. Where's that other guy that was right here? Oh, let's hang out with them. Yes! Got a tier 5 bow. Don't need that. Alright, we are picking up. Are they with me? They're right behind me. Cool. I don't think any of these are actually going to drop proper loot bags, but I'll take the experience. Give him a little range buff. Okay, here's the big baddie. Big baddie, I mean, he's just a demigod, but... oh, yeah! Sorry if that guy wanted that. Oh, he already has one, that's good. Oh, man. It's fun to play this game. I used to play this game with my wife when we were just starting to date. I don't know, 8 years ago. Something like that. 9 years ago? No, 7 years. 7, 8. 8 years ago, yeah. Gosh, it took me a moment. They're going over here. Yeah, let's stick with them. Although this doesn't look like good news at all. Is this where the last halls is? This looks like halls to me. I don't know. I've never actually done it. Go back to these guys. Ooh. Bad. I gotta get my keybind set up for the health potion. I have no idea what it's set to right now. Give you a little range buff. I don't know how helpful that is, but I can see how it's more helpful for short range classes on certain bosses, but just out here with another rogue class. PPE, thank you. That guy wanted to trade with me. So when I play PPE, it means that I'm not allowed to trade with anybody. I just do my own thing, basically, is the concept. So you get like a really cool sword and you can't use a sword. Put it in your vault, maybe. If you trade it, don't give it to this character. This character is not allowed to benefit from trading. Tier 7, yeah! I hate how this is the same projectile, or it looks like the same projectile as the tier 2 bow. So I always think this is a bad one, but it's not terrible. Of course, the next one is where it starts doing 3 shots, and that's where bow classes actually feel decent. We're gonna go in there in just a moment. Let me check this. Don't need that. All right. I should be able to get an okay robe in here and an okay ring. The skull won't help me and the staff won't help me, so we'll just see what we do. I could rush through here with my pet probably, but I really don't want to because I like the experience. But we don't have to clear the entire thing. Alright, let's see where we're going. Hopefully this priest doesn't take all the boss loot. Don't need that. Don't need that. Dead end. For us, not for him. Let's go this way. See, he went the other way. Alright. Break down this tower. And I think we're on the right track. Nope. Dead end. Okay, so it's gonna be that way he was going. I just gave myself a little range buff and took out the tower. So yeah, maybe it's a little helpful in dungeons. Probably for world bosses too, like the Avatar. Get that freaking fire pit down so we can get everything else. It's healing them. It's funny to be going through this and feel like I actually have to have some amount of strategy because it's a very low level dungeon. My pet is definitely helping mitigate most concerns. I do have to be a little careful, but on one of my normal classes I can run through here in like 10 seconds. Alright, we're getting through the boss pretty quick. Come up here. Oh, did he just, oh, it looked like he left for a second. Alright. Tier 6 robe. That made the whole thing worth it. Alright. We are on the up and up. Level 11, tier 7 weapon, tier 6 robe, tier 2 loot, tier 2 ring. That's pretty balanced so far. Looks like the realm reset. I'm going to switch realms and go to the one that's a little more mature. I hope it's more mature. This might be the same realm I was just in. They must be in Oryx or something. Whoa! Took a lot of damage there from the little dark thingies, sprite thingies. I don't know what they're called. They run at you and try to explode on you. Ho! Alright, I might be able to handle this now. Got a little more damage to me. 400 hit points, so let's see if I can keep up with this guy. That'll be a resounding no so far. A little range boost. Try not to move too much because I don't want to back into more. See if I can get that guy out. Awesome. What's this? Can't use it. But I'm in the tier 7 area. Tier 7 to tier 9 items should be dropping from these guys. Well, probably tier 6 to tier 9, but... And I can kill them by myself. So that's good. Give a little range buff. Yeah. Alright. Geez, I could be getting potions already. Do I want to check that? Probably not. Oh, I wonder if I can hover over it like I can the loot bags. Tier 6 bow, double shot, nice. Just call out the library for anybody who wants to do it. I can hover over it, that's so cool. Alright, let me see if that's anything I want. That's a no. I don't want any of that, but very cool that I can do that. Yeah. That was bad. I've hardly done any damage to that guy. I'm gonna leave him alone for now. I'm alone out here. I'm the only one in the Godlands. But let's get that Nexus key ready. You definitely kill that guy. Where'd he go? There he is. Nothing. Alright, let's see what else we got. Eh. Alright, if I can lure this out, I can kite around it pretty easily. Especially with increased range. Which actually I don't need. This one is so easy to avoid if there's one of them. But it's actually responsible for killing the most people in the game, period. Because they throw these red bombs, and sometimes they spawn in stacks. So if you get hit by like 6 red bombs, you're done. Doesn't matter who you are. I was not strafing that guy correctly. There's a way to fight him, and I feel like I'm not fast enough to do it. So you just strafe back and forth. Oh, there's a horse. That drops a haunted cemetery, which I'm definitely not ready to do alone. Okay, so we just go... You kind of... crap. Alright, let's try this again. So you have to move right before he shoots, and then he shoots away from you every time. I want to kill these guys because they're super in my way, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to heal himself somehow. And it takes forever, and there's like no reward. These guys are super easy, but again, they can spawn in stacks, and that makes them a little harder. This is the one I was having trouble with earlier, but you can do the same thing that you do with that Ent, which is strafe right and left right before he shoots. But he shoots 2 kinds of projectiles, and they both follow slightly different patterns. And so that makes it a little tough, but if you don't mind the quiet, then it doesn't really matter. Which the quiet is preventing me from using my range buff. If I can get him down. Gotcha. I don't want to do the Sprite World yet, especially because I don't have any health potions. Oh crap, there's 2 of them. Right, so if I can get them to group up, then I can treat them almost as if they're one and just strafe around. But they do move a little bit randomly, and so they don't like to group up too much. They're not always right on top of each other. Do a little range buff. Alright. I'd probably do better if there were more people in here, because it'd help me kill them faster, but I don't mind killing them all by myself at my own pace. Get full credit for the loot anyway, not that I'm getting anything. That horse, though, got nothing to do with him. Oh, that makes me slow. That's bad. That hurts. Where on earth did he just go? Did I kill him? Didn't think I killed him. Oh well. Definitely kill these guys. I don't like that they're together. Oh crap. Let's pull this one a little bit away. Okay, we're good. All right. These ones are annoying with this character. Usually they're really easy, but I think I'm getting the kind of getting the strafing down. No. Oh, so you just say R and it takes you straight to Nexus. So that's helpful. But it looks like I leveled up there anyway, so I was gonna live. Alright, let's see. Let's go out here in Deathmage. Hopefully there's somebody in the Godlands here I can pal around with. This game is totally cooperative online. But it's not like you have to join a party with people or anything like that. You just hang out with people, and it does automatic loot sharing and party XP for people you're standing next to. There are parties, though, that helps you identify where they are on the map and stuff like that. Or at least there's guilds. I'd like to check what's in these bags. If you guys could stop trying to kill me. Nothing too helpful. But I want these potions, so... Alright. Good restock opportunity. Let's see, is this Godlands? Yes, it is. And there's some stuff going on. Okay, it looks like this is the Red Demon. So, not much has happened here since the realm opened. The Red Demon spawns when the realm opens. Maybe a couple of them do. And they do not respawn. So, they're pretty limited. I think I want to do that UDL. Let's see if anybody wants to do it with me. You can get awesome stuff starting out in UDL. Let's see, wait another moment. This is going to disappear, so I need to go in if I'm going. It starts flashing when it's about to go. And here it's flashing, so I'll just go in. I could very well die in here. But I could also very well get a better ring and various other things that I need. So these guys are like mini Medusa gods. They shoot a single bullet and a bomb, and it stacks up because each room in the UDL has like different set of monsters, and so you get a lot of them. One of these by itself wouldn't be so bad, but it's just absolute mayhem when there's a ton of them. And that's pretty much how UDL works. Now I've got stuff coming in from all of these rooms. But we're handling it. Those guys, the blue shots are confusion, and if you get confused, it screws up your movement. And I do not know how to move properly when I'm confused, so it's either going to be a quick death, stand still and hope I don't die, or Nexus if I get confused. Yeah, I'll take that. Do a little range buff and back up a little bit. I'm starting to dig the range buff. I think I like it. I can definitely see how it would be way better if I was working with some melee class people or some dagger class people. Alright. And if you guys are new to the stream, please hit that follow button. I'm going to be playing more Realm of the Mad God as well as a variety of other things. I'm also an indie game developer, and I stream my indie game development process. I'm working on 2 commercial games for River Forge Games. One is called Main Street, the other is called Glitchion. One is a single-player Metroidvania, and the other is a multiplayer online RPG tycoon mashup. And I am in trouble here. I made it. Awesome. Let's see. Okay, I was already in there. Let's check out this run. I'm not necessarily looking to fight the boss in here. I'm more looking for good loot. And by good loot, I don't just mean a better loot. L-U-T-E. But good loot. L-O-O-T. See what we got up here. Oh, trophy room? I think I could probably do a trophy room. I don't remember exactly what these look like. Okay, so I just gotta rotate, which is a little hard because of how slow I am. That's gonna be a problem. No, I'm so slow. Dang it. I'm not fast enough to strafe between those little free zones, so that wiped me out. Oh, man. Alright, let's see what I can do. I think I got something while I was in there. I'm not sure. Oh, I got this ring, which I don't actually want to use right now because the attack ring is a little better for me in my current circumstances. Let's give this guy a little range buff. Oh! Getting a lot of damage there. This is probably that horse I was fighting earlier, although its health is restored, if it is. The range buff? Yeah, no, that's very helpful. I'm starting to feel it, get a feel for it. No. Where did these guys go? Up here? Oh! Not interested in that. Alright, let's give it another try. Didn't like that. Almost Nexus again. Alright. I can deal with this. So this guy has a chance to drop a snake pit, as well as some tier 5 or 6 gear. I would like to do a snake pit, although I don't really need the ring, and I'm not sure what else I would want from there. But good experience. This guy should also drop it, potentially. If I can kill him without his minions killing me. So he did not drop it. Ooh! Alright, let's get somewhere a little more interesting. Oh! That's interesting. Not quite the kind of trapped in a building behind demigods interesting that I was looking for, but I can handle it. Alright. Take these. Check that chest. What's all this? Nothing. Nothing helpful. Let's jump over here with this guy. And he's got some good damage to him. Just hang out with him, give him some damage buff, range buffs. Thing is, he's quite a bit faster than me, so he can run away from something, pull them onto me, and I can't get out, so gotta be careful with that guy. Woo! This is what I'm talking about with these guys getting dangerous when there's a lot of them. But you can usually group them up pretty well. Then when there's other things on top of it, it makes the pattern more complicated because you have to follow different movement patterns to avoid the bullets from different things. Alright, let's go check that loot bag. I can't use it, but I might be able to use it for a different character. It's tier 9, so that's reasonable enough that I might want to pick it up. Give that guy some clearance. What are they doing over here? Okay, they got like another Godlands. Alright. Hey, tier 7. Boom. Yeah, I'll do a Sprite World now. I think I can handle it. New music. Let's see who we're in here with. Yeah, that person's gonna take all the prize. I don't want to say I'm gonna be leeching, but I'm not gonna be very helpful, unfortunately. Oh, for real? The first sprite I killed, Sprite Wand? First sprite I killed with this character. That is funny. Let's see, is he in there already? No. Alright, that's the end of that. Let's wait for them to get a little further. Alright. There we go. Okay. Here he is. Let's go for that range buff. That should help a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna get anything. Hey, got something. Sweet. Alright. I don't know if I'm gonna drink that. Level 18. Yeah, let's drink it. I'm almost level 20 anyway. Alright. Scary, scary. Purple bag. I want that purple bag. What's in it? Priest Tome. I love that I can check that. That is so cool. Oh, okay. I don't know what those black and red things are, but I gotta get this blue bag. Even if it kills me. Speed. I'll take it. I need to be faster anyway. So on a PPE, you could... Oh, somebody just died. You could do this thing where you don't pick up the potions, and when you don't pick up the potions on a character, they get a special buff when they die for fame, which is used to feed your pets. But, what's that? That's the tome, okay. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not planning on killing this guy anyway, so... And I might pick up some potions that he doesn't need anymore at some point, and then give them to other characters. Not like a trade, because he won't get anything for it, but let him help me max some other characters. This is getting a little laggy, a little scary. Let's give everybody inspiration, see if we can finish this. I'm just remembering what my job is. Should I go in the ice cave? Should I go in the ice cave? That's feeling like a resounding no. It's feeling like a no. I don't think there's enough people. Not to mention, I'm super weak and I don't even have a health ring. Lab. I will do the lab. If we can kill this stuff. Alright. Let's do the lab. Hopefully somebody comes in here with me. I'm level 20. Boom. I am definitely ready, but I am also very slow. Let's teleport to this guy after he gets through this. Made it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's good. He's good. I was just checking his stats. He's a well-equipped sorcerer. I probably shouldn't have hit that guy. That's my bad. Look for a little blue pool here. Oh man. Alright, I would like a safe spot. I would very much like a safe spot. Man. Alright, let me go for the blue pool here. Take a little health potion. And teleport to him. Oh my god. Look for another safe spot. This is not very safe. I don't even know why I'm trying to keep up with this guy. Oh no. Where can I go? Over here is okay. Whew! No, 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 leave me alone. Whew! Alright, we'll just hang out here. Wait for him to get to the boss. And do a little bit of work. I just don't want to get killed. I think he's there. Yep. Alright. Little range buff. Stay off those bombs. It's very easy to get one shot in here by traps. And then there will be monsters that can confuse you as well. Giving a range buff to the wand user is going to mean that this boss should be pretty easy to kill. But there's various things that will confuse you and drive you into all this heckin' damage. The little pink robots come out sometimes. These ones, they confuse you and that will get you killed in this, so you definitely want to kill them when they come out. I can't go as deep as he's going. Can't do it. And so I gave him the range buff so we can keep working on this. So every time this guy goes in there, you can't hurt him anymore, and then you have to fight the monsters that come out. Well, you don't have to fight them, but they keep coming, so it's a good idea. Oof. And I prioritize those little purple guys. Give the range buff. I don't know how long the range buff lasts, so I need to read into that after this fight. It's on the ability tooltip. Oh, damage, damage, damage. Alright, we are doing it. I don't know if we're going to do second. There's a second boss in this one after you kill the first guy. If you break all those little ice crystal towers, which I'll show you if we do it, then you get to fight a second boss, which is pretty difficult. I mean, it's easy, but we don't have a fast, heavily armored character, and he can pretty easily one-shot people. Sometimes it feels unavoidable. Alright, let's see. He's going too deep. I can't do it. Alright, let's go in. I miss the range buff on him, but that's okay. He's got more range than I do anyway. Do another one. He's almost down, man. Yeah. I'll take that, and I'll take that, and it looks like we're not doing second, so every single one of these little red things on the map we would have to destroy before we could go and fight the boss. So we'll skip it. Alright. I don't really have any use for storage unless I wanted to store this. Most of these I don't need, but I'm just going to check my daily quests really quick. I'm not going to keep anything from them for this character, because I don't think that would be fair. But I'm going to go see if I can turn anything in. Or at least what I'm looking for. So the bosses drop these marks, and then you can trade in the marks at the Tinkerer. Now all these marks that they want are super hard to get for me. We'll do that, okay. And then I get a 2 dexterity in my gift chest. I'm not going to use them for this character. Then I can do 8 sprite worlds for a standard quest chest, okay. And if you're seeing on the top left that it says My Wife's Guild, that's because I am in My Wife's Guild. But my wife doesn't play very much anymore. Neither do I, to be honest. Not gonna... I should not be here. Should not be here. But I'm really curious to see what a bard can do to make this easier. I feel like the bard was made for this boss, so we're gonna keep inspiring people and see what we can do. Oof. I'm probably just gonna wait down here for them to finish that. I don't like doing camera rotation and things like that, so... Alright. Get some more inspiration. I have died so many times to this boss. Do not recommend fighting him, especially on a weak PPE. But I'm doing it. So when I buff him, he can hit them right here, and that is not normal. So this is very influential in killing the boss. Get out of there, man! Get out of there! Wow, he's like in the perfect spot. Alright, we're going to the next phase. There's a lot of phases for this boss too. It says I see you, and it spawns the eyes. That's funny. I don't think I ever noticed that because I'm usually too scared to read the text. It's the music, man. This is supposed to be like one of the scariest boss fights in the world. Not like in dungeons, but in the world, this is a freaking scary boss fight for me, at least. And then this music is just chill. So I feel chill. give them that range buff. I'm pretty much going to use it on cooldown. I think somebody's saying that we can't kill all the eyeballs, but we're so close. Yeah, we did it. Naysayers. Alright, let's keep that inspiration going so we can keep damage on this thing. Yeah, I'm feeling the bard. I'm feeling... Ooh, let's get out of there. I'm not feeling the purple things. Alright, let's peek in, give inspiration, peek out. Give inspiration. Woo! Inspiration, nice. Alright, we are keeping it going. Do an inspiration on cooldown. Don't need it right now because they can stand very close right now, so I'll recharge. Give it now. Now's a good time as well. Okay, now we can wait. I think we're about to get to the statue phase here. Yep. Now we gotta fight the statues. I'm probably gonna get nothing for this. I'm definitely not going in the Shatters, which is the dungeon that drops when you... Oh man, I just 250 damage from that. It feels so chill, and yet bad things are happening. I'm just gonna hide over here. No, fine, I'll come. Okay, now I'm gonna hide over here. Inspiration. And again. I think I might be the only bard in here. I'm trying to look at the buffs, and I think it's just me. Alright, got something. Dexterity, I'll take it, and I am not going in there. No way. We're doing pretty good. Woo! Ah ha ha! Bad, bad. I would like another lab. I can get the robe. Oh, I'll do snake pit. I mean, I'm not level 10 anymore, but I could get some speed potions. That'll help me do the UDL better. So. Woo! Not used to taking so much damage in here. I was just like, run in, kill everything. Alright, so we might need to be a little more careful. Let me see. Alright. Where are we going? Yeah, we'll look for a trophy room, so we'll clear everything. Or at least we'll go into everything. I don't feel like I'm going to be rushing too much. And this is a dead end, so I'm good to just leave. Woo! Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Ah, damage. I don't think I need inspiration in a room this small, but I'll just throw it anyway. Always charge head first in, and then just start doing the loop, and you'll be fine. This dungeon is very predictable. Now, some of the rooms don't have the big snakes. They just have like medium-sized snakes, and you gotta treat those a little differently. But the medium-sized snakes do less damage, so. am I missing? Is it over here? Yeah, here we go. So this is one of those medium rooms, but it's different, but it's actually still very easy. Could be a tea room here. Yeah! And now they're not called teas because of the way they're shaped, because they don't look like teas. They're called teas because they have treasure in them. So they always have a little mini boss. And I can fight this from range because I am a bard. They always have a mini boss. And the mini boss drops some form of treasure. Usually similar to what the boss drops, but sometimes a little different. Now this dungeon has something called the Wand of Bulwark, which used to be very rare, but now I have like 2 of them because they changed it. My favorite weapon in the game. It was my favorite weapon in the game before I ever used it. It's actually not very practical. I just wanted it because it was so rare. But I very much appreciate being able to have it. I've done thousands of snake pits, I think. At least 1,000. And in years, I never got one until they made the tweak to make it more common. I will take that. And there could be 2 or even 3 tea rooms in the snake pit. I don't think there can be 4. I don't think. But you never know. Alright, this is I just ran right over those guys. This is a dead end. I'm not going to go for whatever that was because I don't think there's something in here that can drop that I want. They drop greater rings. Unless there's a greater ring of health. Okay, no, I'm going to check because it could be a greater ring of... a ring of greater health. It's not. Those might actually be in pink bags, though. Oh, that's right, I can mouse over it. Keep forgetting that. Could be another tea room over here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think you can enter a tea room. No, you probably can from the bottom. You definitely can't enter one from the top. Alright, yeah, there's not going to fit one there. Unless there's a room to the right. So let's see what we get. Nah, nothing. Alright, let's get out of here. Boom, 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 boom. Took a little damage there. Let's see what we got over here. Medium snakes. Could be a tea room to the left. Could be another room that leads to a tea room. Tea room! Boom! And the funny thing is, that could be a tea room too. I'm just going to check it really quick, just for fun. And nah, that's a dead end. But I have seen that before, where you literally have them right next to each other. Oh, let's drink that. I don't know why I'm holding on to that. Alright. I would really like a better bow. Because it would be nice in the boss fight for this if I had 3 arrows to shoot instead of 2. Woo! I took one of the spiky shots from those guys, from this guy, and he dazed me. Which makes me not shoot straight. Oh wow, he came right in here. I could lead him to the boss room. I forgot they come all the way out. That's because I'm taking too long to kill him. Die! What does this say about the boss fight if it takes me that long to kill that guy? Right. The tier 7, I forgot, is actually... It's more damage than the double bow. But, it's only... And more range. But the double bow shoots 2 shots, so there's different times when you want those. Certain phases in the boss I'll use the tier 7 bow, and certain phases I'll use this one. So we'll open with the tier 7 bow. Then we'll switch to the double bow for this one. So we can do some extra damage on those little guys. Then we'll switch back to the tier 7 for this one, where we need a little more range and we only have one target. And then we go back to the double bow. Taking too much damage. Back to the tier 7. So those little moments where they're invulnerable gives you the opportunity to switch weapons. And if there were other people in here and you had to switch weapons while people were fighting it, you'd lose the opportunity to do damage and you might not get loot. Alright. We got there. Speed. I'll take it. Sweet. Got 3 speeds in there. That was good. Ooh. Alright, let's go right in. Sprite World can give me dexterity and defense. And that would be awesome. And I should be able to handle it alone now. The last one I did with some other people. Jeez, another Sprite wand. That's going to be hard to pick up. But let me give it a shot. Got it. So double bow is great here because I got these little guys that are very sporadic, and it's just giving me a little additional option to shoot them successfully. Those gods that I don't like spawn in here too, and I'm not going to bother with them. I'm going to use the double bow for this guy while he's moving as well, because it just gives me a little extra chance to hit him. But once he gets stationary, I will switch over to this one. And I'm just sidestepping his shots here, or trying to. Switch back to the double bow. Oh man, taking a lot of damage. I might just stay with the double bow so I can fight these annoying little things the whole time as well. Hopefully reduce the damage I'm taking. See if we can get this sidestep right. He starts shooting a lot, and if you don't do it right, then he starts landing most of the shots. Woo! Alright, we're getting out of there. That was bad. Alright, so I got to level 20, and I started drinking quite a few potions as well. Didn't get any death, but I have a tier 7 bow, and a tier 6 to swap out, tier 2 loot, tier 7 robe, and a tier 2 ring. Was looking for a better ring, but it's probably going to wrap it up for my first play session for this PPE. But throw me a follow if you want to see me keep up with it, or if you want to see any other games that I'm playing. And we're going to wrap it up for now. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for the follow, iDrakon. Good to have you. All right, see ya.